back to Sports Desk only here on CNN Philippines. 2 days to go till the start of a new UAAP season. You can already hear the giggles and the laughs. What can we expect as a Premier Collegiate League kicks things off in season 86 this Saturday already? I'm just really excited. September 30th. Let's find out. Joining us to go all out on this story, none other than the always sharp and look at that suit. Rebo Saguisag, UAAP Executive Director and Basketball Commissioner. A man I also truly highly respect, Xavy Nunag. Ikaw din naman.
For the record.
For the record. Alam mo, nagdidiran kasi kami sa group namin.
Yeah.
Thank you for being back on the show. Thank you. Good to see you. Edie, Rebo, and Xavy, maraming salamat. Exciting times ahead, UAAP. How are you guys holding up? I'll start with that question because I know during this time of year, that is when yung talagang, you sleepless nights, and how are you holding up?
Well, ako gumang trabaho ko, and so far as
thanks to that guy.
Yeah, I just so confident with him and the team that he assembled, and we'd like to talk about that later. So I'm really happy, that we have the right, not only person, but the whole right team for the job, maybe for the next 3 years.
Well, that's awesome. And, you couldn't have picked the perfect guy for the job because he did a fantastic job in the juniors, and now here he is. Kamusta?
Well, happy to be here, first of all. Tsaka, malapit na, Saturday, but exciting. Ready to go ang team, ready to go ang league. And sabi nga ni Edie,
Ready to go din.
ready to go na yun. Mahan pa lang eh.
Yan naman susunod na sa Sabado.
Mo kailangan pantayan eh. Kailangan eh. Standard yun, standard na kasi. Standard by standard.
All set na tayo, Xavy.
I think so. The preparation of the team, I think this off-season was excellent. Kasi pinuntahan namin all 8 teams we visited. We made sure that all the rules are
Is that the first time it's done, or it is the first time?
Well, no, because sinunod ka lang yung Commissioner.
That's great, pinuntahan mo, and then?
And then to make sure that the teams and I have a common understanding of the rules this season. Because there's a lot of, usually kasi ang nangyayari, coaches meeting, and then, syempre sa kabisihan ng mga coaches, the cascade of information, parang lost na in translation along the way. So, what I did was to make sure that my team, myself, Attorney Mariana and Coach Marvin, went to each and every school to make sure that they have an avenue to ask questions about the rules. Kasi iba rin yung rules ng FIBA and the NBA. Kasi because of our fascination with the NBA, there's a lot of confusion with our rules.
Well, let's go to that. Ano yung mga bagong rules ngayon or that the fans are looking forward to changes?
Parang, I'll give you an example. For example, in the NBA, because the Filipinos, we love watching the NBA. For example, there's an offensive foul. Tapos parang alam nila na hindi offensive blocking. Sa NBA, pwede mong i-review yun. In FIBA and in the UAAP, you cannot.
You
cannot. So you can only upgrade to an unsportsmanlike foul. But to downgrade or to nullify a call, you cannot do that. And at the same time, if you review, in the NBA, you get another one if it's successful or timeout. Now here, successful or not, you don't get one anymore. Isa lang talaga for the whole game. Parang ganyan.
Ito, kanina pinag-usapan nga natin, Edie, na yung officiating. Kasi dati, when you were the commissioner, kasi gano'n naman, di ba, June ba? Parang nauuna yung NCAA. Ngayon na halos sabay, he came up with the idea, tama ba, na may sarili exclusive yung officiating crew. What was the thought process behind that? Because I think it's really, it's good, di ba?
Well, ako, I had that initiative before, but si Com diniin talaga niya. And ang daming angulo, no? Even if yung simple lang na from the perspective of saying na, sabi niya, Edie, the teams don't play back-to-back. Why do the referees have to officiate ng back-to-back games? And much more so, baka dire-diretso pa. So that's one reason. And number 2, for familiarity also, kasi they're both FIBA, mainly, NCAA and UAAP, and none is not necessarily better than the other, pero iba yung pituhan. So iba na yung nakafocus ka talaga on one league. And it was an easy sell. Hindi na pinagdebatehan sa BMD. Approve ka agad. Galing.
Yung uniforms, ito din yung...
This idea.
Ikaw, Xavy.
Well, again, parang innovation din, since we see it also sa NBA, other leagues. To don the school colors. For example, a Lasalle Ateneo game, you can Lasal can don green, can wear green, Ateneo can wear blue.
The same game.
At the same game.
never nangyari yan. It has
Usually
never
kasi
happened.
white and dark.
Oh,
light and dark.
kasi it's either pag, di ba, dark and light. Pag dark si Ateneo, naka-blue, naka-white si Lasal. Pag dark naman si Lasal in the second round, naka-green, tapos si Ateneo yung naka-white. So ngayon, may mangyayari na blue and green.
Pwede mangyari just as long as the schools notify the office 48 hours before, and then madali naman i-approve eh.
Yeah.
And also kasi, we've been doing this for FEU and UST for so long already. Kasi FEU's dark is green.
Green,
And then
light
light
na
ang
yellow.
eh. So UST yellow. So school colors pa rin.
Okay. Kesa lang, kunyari, kung UP and UE, hindi pwede magsabay ng
Yes,
Yeah,
Adamson and Ateneo cannot.
Ateneo,
Also,
kasi-
and NU, diba?
And
Unless
NU as well.
mag-goals.
Okay. Tapos, eto din, yung you have your own team also, tama ba?
Yes.
Yung, what was also, ba't mo din-decide na, parang napadali nga trabaho na.
Love it.
Kaya nga
Thank you.
pumaporma na lang eh.
Talk about that, your own team.
Well, the thought process going to the formation of the team was pretty simple. I want the emphasis given by the commissioner to the seniors level transferred to the women's and the high school division. But with the schedule right now, we have split venues. So obviously I cannot be in two places at the same time.
Correct.
So what Edie and I thought about was to put people in place. One, added value sa league. Two, they have the expertise. They played in the league, and they know how to enforce the rules. And three, the character integrity cannot be questioned.
Galing.
So those three standards, pasado with flying colors, yung si Attorney Mariana at saka si Coach Marvin.
Galing. And I'm sure, hindi mo na pinag-isipan na kunin. Kasi di ba nung si Com Dickey, then now PSC chair, di ba, he had to leave because of take on that role. Siya na talaga kagad yung pumasok sa isip, hindi na pinag-isipan.
And then I had to lock him for the next 3 years. Baka iwan din ako eh. Diba? Pirmahan mo na agad to
Okay. Pero Edie, as a former commissioner yourself, eto, what makes you think that si Coach Xavy, sanay kasi ako Coach Xavy.
Sanay din ako sanay.
What makes you think he's, the perfect guy? Siyempre may mga growing pains yan, as you know. Pero the guy na talagang, kasi ang galing ng mga naiisip niya,
Yeah.
di ba? Yung sa referees,
Yes.
yung jerseys.
Well, one is the team is very young and very bold. In fact, tinanong ko pa sa kanya kung
Thank you,
ibig sabihin
Ate
ng, yung ano ibig sabihin ng LGR. Parang ginugel ko pa eh.
LFG!
LFG, sorry!
Nag-plug ka pa eh.
Promote ka pa. Oh, sorry. Oh, LFG. So I didn't know. That's what the youth, no? So they're very, ayan. the team is very bold. And ito, I think this needs to be mentioned, no? Si Xavy and his team, Mariana as well, parang they hold the managerial positions, and I think that's crucial to the commissionership position na dati normally parang technical skills lang eh. But you have to know how to handle people.
Yeah.
And yan ang what he brings to the table.
Galing.
May negosyante, manages people.
Perfect.
Kaya ang galing. And the way that he was eased into the men's league coming from the boys from last year.
Yeah.
Na walang pressure. I think that was a good preparation.
Tama. Prepared for the bright lights, and ito, sakto yung naging smooth, seamless. Okay, we're running out of time here, but Francis Lopez, ito yung isa sa mga nag-trend. No, Edie.
Okay.
Munti ka nang maglaro sa ibang bansa, a lot of issues about his eligibility. What happened there? What was the process behind the decision to eventually make this kid who's filled with highlights play on the big stage in the UAAP?
Okay, thank you. Emphasis on the word muntikan. No, kasi we have rules naman. And again, the documents were poured over, including hundreds of other documents from other hundreds of student athletes. They were discussed by the eligibility committee, approved by the board of managing directors as a whole. No complaint was filed, substantiated by evidence. Importante yun kasi we do not, and I may emphasize, we do not operate on the basis of newspaper reports. Kawawa naman ng mga bata.
Kawawa,
Otherwise, it will just be a witch hunt all over the place.
Correct.
So, in-evaluate yung dokumento. There was no proof that he was able to play in a profession. We know that he wasn't able to leave. Just play in a professional league. Therefore, he did not lose his eligibility to participate in the UAP.
I wish I had more time. Last question ko sa inyong dalawa, quickly. Di ba, AI sa NCAA? No, are you planning about that also? Did you talk about it? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, definitely life is changing, but I think it should be carefully studied. No, I mean, I think we're ready for that. But unti-unti lang din naman. Kasi like some of the things like an Andre Felix can never be replaced by AI. Yun lang naman ang akin, di ba? So, we're treading this carefully. Pinag-aaraling mabuti.
Mahirapan yung AI gayahin tong hairline na to. Walang AI din mga kagaya Rebo, Saguisag at Xavy Nunag. Pero maraming salamat sa
thank
inyo.
you so
The
much.
best of luck. Can't wait for opening weekend of UAAP Season 86 this weekend already. Again, we just spoke to UAAP Executive Director, always sharp, Rebo Saguisag, and UAAP Commissioner Xavy Nunag. Maraming salamat.
Thank you.